Hello folks, my name is Mark. This is Mark's Toy Reviews. How you guys doing? So what we've got here are the Masters of the WWE Universe Series 2 5.5 action figures. For those of you who don't know what this is, they're a mashup between WWE superstar wrestlers and the Masters of the Universe toys from the 80s. And they are incredibly awesome. So, I already did a review of Series 1, and this is Series 2, so let's take a look at what we got here. We got Faker John Cena, right? So you can kind of see that. Basically, he's done up in a sort of a translucent blue plastic. Really, really cool. If you guys don't know who Faker is, he's basically the evil robot He-Man. Let's take a look at the back of his card here. Created in the Skull King's vile laboratory to deceive the heroes of WWE Eternia. John Cena's evil robot doppelganger obeys Triple H's every corrupt command. So, pretty awesome. It's got that sort of like vintage throwback artwork kind of thing back here. You know, that's like right off of the old Masters of the Universe cards. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Then you got Rey Mysterio as Stratos. That's essentially what they're going for with Rey Mysterio there. Giving him those wings, you know. Same kind of thing back here. You know, he's like flying and stuff. Soaring above the highest mountains in the 619 district of Eternia. The noble Rey Mysterio dons the mighty mask of mystery to protect the Buyaka tribe from evil. Okay. Yeah, alright. Interesting, interesting. You know. Macho Man Randy Savage, Master of Macho Madness. Pretty badass. I think they're going for a battle armor He-Man thing with this guy. Alright. And, oh, or maybe he's supposed to be like Man-at-Arms. He's got the Man-at-Arms Club. So, freak out as Macho Madness spread to all corners of WWE Eternia. There's only one man who has the power to control it, Macho Man Randy Savage. Ooh yeah, right on. Pretty hardcore. And then the last guy is Roman Reigns. I have no idea who this guy is. I don't really follow wrestling very much, but yeah. Kind of looks like they're going for a, I don't know, is he a hero? I think he's probably a hero. Oh, they're doing a Fisto takeoff on him. Okay, so he's got the giant Fisto fist. Wielder legendary Gauntlet of Glory Roman Reigns is WWE Eternia's undisputed guardian of the yard, and he doesn't let anyone pass without his say-so. Believe that. Yep, see? Gauntlet. So, pretty hardcore. I am very happy with these guys. Let's open them up. Okay, let's open up Faker John Cena first. Okay, so let's see. First thing we got to do is get the figure out of the card. Alright. And see if we can remove him. Some of these have like little rubber bands in there, so let me get a pair of scissors. Not sure why they need rubber bands on these, you know. I mean, it's not like it's going to go flopping around inside of the bubble or whatnot, but, you know, who am I to say anything? Okay. Take them out. Okay, let's get rid of all this stuff. Very nice, very nice. I like what I am seeing here. He's, got all the same articulation as the other figures, so they've got this sort of elbow joints and this pivot at the shoulder and elbows, so you can move their elbows up and down, and then also wrists. Same with the legs. Legs can move up and down like that. Then they've got a knee kind of thing, and then also their foot pivots. So you can get really, really cool dynamic poses out of these guys. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Let's set him right there. Alright. Come on, man, stand up. Cool. And he comes with this kind of sort of... Let's see, this looks like to me... Oh, wow. What's all this? I guess this is some kind of armband thing. And then he has brass knuckles. It says word right there. Can you guys read that? Word and then life. Okay, I'm guessing that those are things that, you know, John Cena has in his wrestling persona, and then he's got a lock with a chain on it. Alright, let's put that on him. And then his weapon looks kind of like Mechanex's weapon, actually. No, you know what this is? This is the Spikor Club. That's what it is. So basically his club is the same one that Spikor had from, you know, He-Man, right? And let's see, is that going to fit in his hand? It's a little big for his hand, but that's okay. Still looks pretty good. And then I'm guessing these little thingies kind of just sort of clip on, you know, over his knuckles like that, so you can make him punch people. Very cool. Joints are very, very tight on this guy, so that necklace thing doesn't really kind of doesn't really, I don't know, I'm not really digging that, but still, I guess that goes with him, you know. It doesn't really seem to fit, like, you know, nicely on his shoulders, but whatever. Anyway, then they also come with these sort of comics. This is, oh wow, this is right out of the old He-Man comics too, mini comics. That is pretty cool looking. And oh, these have dialogue. Okay, so the other ones from Series 1 didn't have dialogue, but yeah, these actually do. Very nice. Alright. Pretty stoked to see that. Let's just set that over there. Okay, so we got John Cena. Let's open up, let's see, let's put him on the side. Let's open up Rey Mysterio now. Alright, pretty cool. But, he was always one of my favorite guys too, back in the day. When I was, yeah, I said this in my last video, I actually was a game tester years and years and years ago, and one of the games I worked on was SmackDown vs. Raw on the PS2. And then I also worked on, you know, Day of Reckoning. And Rey Mysterio was always one of my favorite ones to play with because he was, like, small and you could do all the acrobatic stuff, so that was kind of cool. Rey Mysterio, he's very, he's got the colors, he's much more colorful. He's got, oh, that's cool. Sort of a jetpack thing. Kind of like the old Stratos figure. Very nice, very nice. This particular figure seems to be a lot more loose, except in the, shoulder joints or elbow joints there, but still, it's still very nice, you know. Okay, let's set him there, and then he comes with these. Let's see, these are the Stratos armbands. So let's open these guys up. So I'm guessing these little armband things go on his, like, you know, biceps or whatnot. Right, so can we just kind of slide these on here, or do I have to take his whole... No, it looks like they just slide on. Okay. That must be, like, part of his wrestling costume or something. I don't know. Why would you even do that? You know? I guess it's so they have something to grab onto when they, like, fling each other into the ropes or whatever. Right. And then these guys, okay, it looks like you have to take off his hands in order to put these on, so let's do that. Okay, here we go. Looks pretty good. So what these things are, they're basically like little bracelets, right? Unlike the other, like say on the Stratos figure where they would like clip onto his arms, these are actually little bracelets. You have to take his hands off in order to put them on there. And the plus side is that they kind of fit on really good and they're pretty tight, so you don't have to worry about them falling off or whatever. The bad side is that they kind of flare out a little, so you see how far they flare out like that. I don't really like that. I would have liked it better if they sort of like conformed to his arms, but you know, they it is what it is. They look really good. At least I think they look good, so that's pretty cool. And they're also kind of rubbery, so you don't have to worry about them breaking, so that's really cool too. Overall, I'd say I'm pretty happy with this figure. You know, I like how they, you know, because his whole thing is that he's like a high-flying, you know, Mexican luchador kind of character, so that was cool that they made him Stratos. And then you got his comic book in there, done up in that old sort of He-Man MOTU style, with a nice portrait and bio of Rey Mysterio, and then this one also has dialogue too. So, pretty cool, pretty cool. Very nice, very nice. So now let's do Macho Man Randy Savage. So I'm guessing that Randy Savage here is taking the place of Hulk Hogan, right? Somehow I doubt we're gonna get a Hulk Hogan figure out of this. That would seem to be the most logical thing, would be to make Hogan the, you know, He-Man stand-in. But please ignore all the trucks and stuff driving around outside. But yeah, Hogan had a little bit of controversy a few years ago, so looks like we're probably never going to get any more Hogan merchandise ever. There we go. Okay, very nice, you know. I like that armor. So yeah, I think they're going for a man-at-arms kind of thing with this guy, because he's got the shoulder, he's got the arm pads and the leg pads that go on there. And then this must be like battle damage. So I don't have the old figure, but the old battle armor He-Man had a little spring thing where you could hit this and it would flip around and then show dents. So they kind of like are doing the same thing. Like you could take this off and you could put in the battle damaged panels on there too. That's kind of funny. So let's put his armor on him. Let's see, how does this go on here? It's on like that. Okay, and there's actual like, oh wow, you know what? I don't think that's gonna fit. Let me see if I can finagle this for a second. Okay, we're back. Well, so I did manage to get those on his legs there. It took a little bit of finagling, but I think what it was is, I think I had them on backwards. So they seem to fit pretty well once I figured out which one goes with which, so that's kind of cool, you know, they look pretty good. These little leg things will interfere with the bending of his legs, so it's like if you want to straighten his legs out or whatever, you need to take these off, you know, but they only sort of interfere a little bit, so it's really not that bad. I mean, you can still get a good standing pose out of them with them on, so that's fine. This club right here is right out of the old Man-at-Arms figure. Check that thing out. That, you could even substitute this for the old Man-at-Arms figure, seriously. So yeah, Macho Man is looking pretty awesome, I gotta say. I'm actually pretty stoked, happy to have that one. Last one we got here is Roman Reigns, Heroic Big Dog. Never heard of this guy, so he must be like a newer one or something. You know. Then again, I'm not much of a wrestling fan, so who knows? He could have been around for years, for all I know. Alright, let's get that out. And let's get these open. Okay, so he's a Fisto stand-in, that's cool. Alright, let's take a look at the figure. You know, looking pretty cool, pretty cool. I like that tattoo on his arm there. Look at that tattoo. That's actually very, like, detailed. Seriously. Pretty awesome, man, you know, like... yeah, okay. His elbows are very, very tight. I'm having trouble actually moving that elbow. This one seems to move okay, but that's alright. Yeah, pretty cool, you know? So like I said before, like, if you're not into the He-Man stuff, these are pretty good likenesses of the actual wrestlers, you know? So, if you just want to, like, have, like, a really cool wrestling figure and ditch all of the fantasy barbarian stuff, you know, these are still definitely worth getting. Alright, so he's got this huge gauntlet. Pretty cool, kind of like the Fisto fist. So I guess that just just pops right on. Okay. And then this side he comes with a shield, which looks just like John Cena's shield. Alright. Very cool, man. Very cool. And it's a good, you know, good homage to the old figure while keeping everything new. You know, I like how this also spins around, so you can, like, you know, it's not stuck in one position. So yeah, I'm very kind of stoked to be getting these, man. These like actually expand a lot on the line. Let's take a look at his thing here. He came with that's the Macho Man one. Okay, let's take a look at his. Here's Roman Reigns punching out Triple H. Right on, right on. We never actually looked at this one. Here's Macho Man fighting Triple H also. Got some cool stuff. Very nice, very nice. So here we have a group shot of Series 1 and Series 2. And, you know, like I said before, I'm not even really into wrestling, but with these guys, I'm actually very, very happy with them. I think they do a really good job of kind of bringing back that nostalgia for Masters of the Universe and paying homage to the old figures while remaining new at the same time, and also doing a lot to, you know, appeal to wrestling fans and stuff like that. So, these are actually sort of like a test series for the upcoming Masters of the Universe Origins figures, which are coming soon, and are going to be basically based on this body type. They're going to be the same thing, with the same type of articulation, but with the old original He-Man characters. That's coming later this year, and those are going to be awesome as hell, and I just can't wait for them. So, go out and pick these up. They're already starting to get a little pricey on the secondary market. If you go to Walmart.com, they're already sold out. They should retail for around $15, and they're already starting to sell for $20, $30, $40 on the secondary market. So if you're into this kind of thing, get them now before they're gone. That's all I got, folks. Adios.